But you don't realise how African your upbringing is until you're in a relationship with somebody who's not from that culture.
I have a daughter myself, and there are going to be rules, you know, when she starts dating.
My parents were split up, and because my mum was dealing with her own things, I kind of had to make things up with my friends. So I had those type of relationship rules. I had no relationship rules. So in that case, imagine you find somebody like that. How we doing, Robust family? And look, welcome. I know you're going to enjoy the episode coming up, and we have a lot more stuff on this channel. But before we engage on the new show, can I ask you to do me a small favor? Just robustly smash that subscribe and like button. It helps us a lot, and it makes sure that you do not miss a robust breakfast show beat. All right, enjoy. It's a good morning. It's that time. It's time to shine, and I'm here with that rhyme. It's your breakfast show, people, and I'm excited, live-wired, and inspired. I don't know all the different words I can say to express the joy I have right now, guys. I'm your host, Robert Ashitey. This is your breakfast show. I'm going to be with you from now until the hours of 10 o'clock this morning. All right, I know you've had 27 minutes of being inspired. Yes, you have, and we're ready to take the baton here from now. And joining me in the studios, we have our man of sound this morning. Our man of sound, yes. Hilton, how you doing, dude?
Hello, everyone.
How was the joy, dude?
I'm good.
Yeah, and as you can see, rocking up on the chair, we have the one and only lady of sound herself, the one and only Cataline. Cataline. Yeah, that's it. Turn on that. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you're going. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah. How does it feel having someone else control your voice?
It's nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Well, you seem so gleeful when you say that.
I don't know.
So you can literally just sit and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. All right, so as we've got our sound operators here today, it's just interesting to start the show. Literally. The table justice will be propagated. We're going to have our crew joining parachuting through this morning. We're going to have Will's not going to be able to join us today. He had something come up. Deborah should be parachuting through. We also have the one and only Lady Jazz joining us today. We had Junior who was coming, but as you know, we have a surprise because we're going to be having a wedding today. There's going to be a wedding today this afternoon.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's gonna be a wedding, and I'm gonna be emceeing the reception.
Oh, wow.
Yes, one of the crew. Yeah,
Crazy.
breakfast show crew. So I'm gonna tell you that, and we also have one of our breakfast show faithfuls who got married recently as well on the show. And he didn't get married on the show, but you know, he's breakfast show faithful.
That'd be funny, you know, if someone got married on the breakfast show.
That's
we'd be like, you control the sound. I'll be like, nope. All right, Pastor, here you go, Mike. And he blesses them here. That'd be so crazy.
That would only happen if there was another lockdown.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to stream it to the family.
I know, right?
But that'd be very cool.
That would be cool, Kat. That'd be awesomely cool. You know,
like, you know how people have like 3 types of weddings. They have the traditional, one in the office, and then the one in church.
Yeah, and then we had
one in the breakfast show.
Yeah, that's a done deal. It's a done deal. That's it. That's a brilliant idea. That should be the one, isn't it? Because you know our breakfast show faithfuls, they've been on a journey together, right? So it'd be great.
Watch them grow.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I've got a clip to show you right now, guys. Share your thoughts on this.
Would you pick me in a room full of women?
A room full of women?
Yeah.
Trends.
Why am I in the room?
That's a man's answer.
Well, I don't know. Why are you in the room? Why'd you go in the room?
Because you told me to go in the room.
I don't recall telling you to go into any room. I just asked.
You just asked if I was in the room with full of women.
How do you even know you're in the room? You could be on one of those two-way glasses.
You just asked
and you
me
could be
a
looking
question.
through the room, but now all of a sudden you're in the room. And you inserted yourself. I didn't even think about that.
Yes, I would pick you. Is that the right answer?
Not anymore. Because then if you would have asked, well, why am I in the room? I don't know. I have no idea.
So why did
I didn't think about that. And now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm upset. Because why are you in the room?
You tell me.
You know what? If there was a room full of guys, I'm not going in there, okay? But you're suddenly in the room full of women?
Yeah. Trends. trends.
I just want to know, is that audio like real? Because they made the meme, right? They made the meme out of it.
I hope so.
Like,
I hope
is
so.
it real?
Because you know, sometimes when you try to do a trend, right, and you set the camera up, and the other person doesn't fully know, and it just escalates. There's been situations like that. So
I think the question is a trend, but then the response is from the
So
that was so funny, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we have to be careful where we're getting our advice from.
At the door.
There's somebody at the door. Ew, look at this. It's Deborah. Deborah, she's in spacewoman mode. And obviously, and then by her side, you have the one only Lady Jazz joining us this morning, full of gusto and determination. We got a few statistics that we got of what's actually happening nowadays in terms of relationships, that we have many divorces, many broken relationships. Many people don't want to get into a relationship because they're worried that it won't last. So we have these wonderful statistics from a legal viewpoint, basically where people have come to the end of a marriage, and they found out that 73% was because of lack of commitment. All right, so that means like they just decide not to commit, but obviously I think it's much more deeper than that. 56% was frequent arguments, but the question is, what are they arguing about? It's not just the argument. Once again, it's not really saying a lot. Infidelity, 55%, why people actually break up. And so obviously something's happened where one person or both has become unfaithful. Then we have 45% for unrealistic expectations, which I think is a much more of a tangible reason. What do you think, Lady Jazz? Because imagine you have unrealistic expectations, the person doesn't fulfill those expectations, whether your expectations are coming from trends on the internet or movies, you know what I mean, or from your parents, and you haven't adjusted yourself to understand that people are different. And then obviously you will have to go through till death do you part with this person, but you're struggling, and people say, you know, we're gonna break what we started because of that. I mean, how easy is that to happen?
I think it happens easily because obviously when you grow up from a background, you know, it could be with your parents, with your friends, it could even be like, you know, the school that you went to, any kind of environment, you're gonna pick up all of that behavior and you're going to have your own rules. But the same way you have your own rules, the other person is going to have that same background, maybe completely different.
Yeah.
Maybe not even in this country, maybe in a different country. Maybe they grew up in another country where they originally came from and then they flew here.
Yeah.
They're going to have their own rules. But then if none of you negotiate, then it's never going to work. So there are some rules that will probably need to be adjusted or revoked or negotiated in order for you guys to adapt in a relationship. Because if you put your rules out there and say this is how it's going to be done, and if that person puts their rules out there, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, and neither wants to back down, because imagine they had the expectations of what they believe normal is. Next one underneath that was 41% for lack of preparation for marriage. Imagine that is what they consider to be one of the least reasons or why people actually break up. Deborah, what are your thoughts on that one?
Lack of preparation. Yeah, I think from what I can see, you know, when people get together, they don't really discuss properly about what's happening in the future, what their expectations are, or what values they have. Because if they did, and that's why the dating period is so important. If they did discuss that prior to getting married, then I think a lot of the things that they could work through, we know that things are not always going to be straightforward, but if you have that agreement, like, yes, you know, when we're spending money, we're going to agree together on these things. No one's going to be going behind your back.
So while you're single, while you're dating, you have a good solid communication.
Yeah, it's about communicating.
And I think education is important, right?
Yeah.
Because what's the source of your information? Like we just saw a couple there copying a trend, and they went into a full-blown argument. Yeah, I mean, God forbid they keep doing that. It's not going to be a good outcome. But the love therapy is important because it helps to prepare people to go into a marriage, and also to set some good expectations as well, you know what I mean, healthy from biblical principles. I think it's super important. And then finally on the chart we have 25%, which is for domestic violence, why people separate. Now there's domestic violence shouldn't be treated lightly, but you could see that it's the minority on there why people actually separate, but it does happen, you know what I mean. But there are a lot of things. I mean, there may have been signs that led to domestic violence, right? There may have been situations in the dating period you know, and then it's like we probably ignored them, you know what I mean? Or the person was just a great actor, you know, and they, as soon as they got their hands on you, see, this is why we can't sidestep the author of love. We really need to do it God's way, for sure. I just want to show you guys something else that could be a real key factor. And it's one of the things that love therapy shows us, that men and women are very, very different. You know, the way that obviously we're all different individuals, but I think there is a difference in the expectation and treatment of men and the expectation and treatment of women. I know that there are some things that my wife can get away with that if I try to do to her, ain't gonna fly. Right? And just because we're all different. So I got a video that I want to show you right now. Just one of those moments where it ain't gonna fly. Check this out.
Yo, baby, your belly is so cute. Oh, baby, your belly's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute.
He's dead.
It's cute.
Okay, you're done.
Dude.
Stop already.
Rule of survival. Rule of survival. Now, why is it? I mean, you know, I just think I'm seeing biology at play there. I'm seeing biology at play. I mean, would you react the same way, Chanel? You don't know yet. It's something it's an innate characteristic that gets triggered once the ring feels on the finger.
To be honest, I'd be like, in my mind, if he said your belly was so cute, it depends on how he says it.
Oh,
if he's saying it in a way of, oh, your belly's cute in a slim kind of way, then I would accept it. But if he says it in a certain way, I'll be like, oh, do I need to lose weight? Why are you targeting my belly for?
Okay, what about you, Debs?
I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
and guys, I mean, I think you'd agree. Like, if like, a lady does that to you, like, you'd be like, yeah, we're good, man. You know, just keep it moving, right? You wouldn't like hold a grudge, right? So there's differences. We're very different.
Would you say that is double standards?
I just think we're just so different.
Yeah.
I have a question to ask.
Tell me.
Because I see this in a guy a lot. I see this happen. A guy would just come up to you and start patting your belly. Patting your stomach, like for a joke. Hey, what's up? They pat your stomach for a joke. I've seen it a lot.
Wouldn't just speak to the guys and kill them.
I wanted to know what makes you not get offended, like when somebody does that.
Well, when a guy does it to a guy or a guy does it to a woman?
A guy does it to a guy. Sometimes they do it in a banter way.
Yeah, I mean, guys, like, I don't think it's just no big deal. Like, we could even be like, man, you put on a few pounds, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't really, innit, Ailton?
Yeah, we were pretty, like, straightforward. Like,
yeah.
Like, we tell you straight to your face.
And the thing is, they know that they put on weight, but then it's like, oh, okay, cool. They've done that. Okay.
We keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
So that's how different we are. I mean, look, this is how, and we're so different when we're relating to each other. Men think they've got it. We've got it. We understood, okay, this is what she wants. But because we're so different, we're wrong. We're just wrong, whatever we assume. And I've got the video to show you what this actually looks like. All right, check this out, guys. This is him doing the right thing with a piece of chicken. This is all about chicken. But I think I can see where his error is, and I think Alton and the rest of you guys will probably spot this one as well. Check this out, guys. Eat that chicken, brother. Eat that chicken. Look, she's at peace, right? She's at peace. Guy's eating up. All right. Huh? Okay. All right. That's cool. It's cool. Like, Nick can never finish and eat a chicken properly, man. He's like, I know what to do. Like, he had peace. Everything was resolved, right? Everything was okay. Now he wants to go the extra mile. Jesus said, you know, if they ask you to go 1 mile, go double. Oh.
She's gonna eat a piece and then give the rest to him. Yes! Let's go! Let's go!
This is what you freaking do to me? After everything I do in this house?
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. That was great.
That was great?
That was great.
You like that?
Yes, I loved it. I loved it. I feel like I would do that.
You would.
No, but as a joke though.
You know, I could see all the women now looking at this guy and they're being like, "You are wicked." Look at Deborah. Like, if I got my hands around this guy's neck, like his neck look thick, but I'm gonna stretch it. Hey, Debs.
I'll be like, all right then.
Microphone.
No, I'll be like, okay. All right. But I mean, I could imagine. I mean, he could have just taken maybe one or two and eaten. You know, but then the whole thing was like finished. I thought, no, that's taking a mic. That's taking liberties.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Then I was thinking, oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah,
you know, just gonna,
that went left very quickly.
It's like the cat and dog just ate everything.
that went left very quickly.
She liked the bone so much. He got her more
Do you know what I
bones.
mean? He's like, yes, you. Oh, yeah, I went to Love Talk. I learned I need to go extra. Okay, she loved the bone. Okay, you know what I mean? And it's like, so he was in the car, like just preparing it, thinking he's winning, like you know what I mean? He's like, then he felt like he'd done the right thing in his mind. But it just shows that.
Another thing is that do you know when the guy says like, "Oh, I'm gonna go buy some food. Do you want some food?" No, I don't want no food.
No.
If that's probably what happened before you had your first meal.
That one burns. That one burns. I don't get that one. I just don't get it. That one when like, you know, you're hungry. No.
Yeah.
Then you go and get your thing.
And then she's picking up your
Yeah,
plate.
that is annoying actually.
You think that's annoying?
Microphone.
I think so.
I'm just interested, like, see, you're saying all that, like, you're on our side. But I'm just thinking, when that ring goes on the finger, are you gonna, like, it's like there's gonna be like a metamorphosis one evening. It's gonna be,
I'm gonna expose something.
open your heart, Chanel.
Do you know what? The women that I know, I think the reason why they buy something less and then they pick at somebody's food because they're trying to prove to the guy that they don't eat a lot. So that's what it is. Yeah. So they're proving to the guy that they don't eat a lot and that they look after their weight. But then obviously in their mind they're hungry.
Yes.
They want. So when they see the nice food, they get a little bit tempted and start picking at their partner's food. But then it could be a case of they've never tried it before. So they're like, oh, can I try a bit of it?
Oh, my wife is just picky again, man. She ain't touching that. She ain't touching that.
I must admit, if I've got a plate of food and I'm like offering, I said, you know, you want some? And they're like, no. And you start picking, I'm like, no.
Well, you offered it.
No, because if I'm hungry, if I'm really hungry, and then I'm really trying to be nice.
Yeah, trying to be nice.
Yeah, and then you're trying to pick out my food, then.
But you offered.
I did, but
because a guy, if you say,
they said no.
Oh, and they come to you afterwards. Okay.
Yeah,
but I think you'd be just as upset if they start picking at it if you're hungry and they said yes.
Yeah.
Like, you want some? Yeah, sure.
Because I'd be willing to sacrifice
a little bit.
But then when I'm thinking, oh yeah, then it's not big.
So men and women are different. I got another clip here I'm going to show to you guys. I remember we're asking a question. Please put it in the live chat. This one's going to be for the lads now, yeah? This was going to be because obviously that guy, you know, he kind of had a car crash moment in the way he did that, you know, bringing her back a whole load of chicken bones, expecting her to accept it. But ladies, what do you think about this clip coming now? It's Relationship Power Thursday, all right? We're talking about relationship rules, but I just want to show you a few things why men and women are different. And this is a man, I think he's doing a good job trying to save some money, but going all out at the same time. Check this out. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. Just thought I'd interrupt. If you haven't done already, smash the robust like and subscribe button. Why not? Why not? You like us, I like you. Why not? Woo. Put some LL Cool J music in the background. Look at him, look at that guy. Look, he's going all in. We could set the house on fire like that, but you know what I'm saying? Look at him. Look at him.
Oh no.
Look at him. Don't forget, ignore the red, but
Here's
just
the dipping sauce.
look
chimichurri,
at home.
ponzu, gochujang aioli, and garlic sesame dressing.
Shouldn't I get the salad first?
Look at the salad. Look at this, brother. Look.
Wow.
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 That's what I'm saying.
That's impressive.
That's impressive. Good, good, ladies.
Mac and cheese.
Ooh, look at that. Look.
Is that crab?
That's lobster tail.
Dang.
Wow, look at this brother. This brother's going in. He thought of everything.
Really good.
Is that all you got to say?
Okay, what is
Wow.
Is there an ulterior motive?
I know, right?
What's the after?
You know, it's like, what have you done? Okay, oh, there we go. Look, we're going to the next level now. Look at this brother here. Look at that beautiful dessert. Look at that dessert. And you know, it's like, you know, it's just Thursday evening, right? Because she just dressed up, come back from work, Thursday evening. I mean, what do you guys think of that? You impressed?
Yeah, I would be really impressed if, you know, my partner really bent over backwards and went out of the way.
Instead of taking you out to a restaurant, he done it at home?
Even climbed a ladder to prepare a perfect meal for me. It goes to show how much he appreciates a relationship, how much he wants to please. So
he, instead of taking you out, he did that at home.
Yeah, for me, that's creativity. I'll be flattered that if he done something for me. But obviously, I would like for us to go out someday. But then if he does that, I would not argue with him for that.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that.
Okay, what are you, Debs?
He's putting lovely effort. He's putting a good effort, and it's beautiful. Only thing, I have a problem with the meat that he cooked.
Okay.
But apart from that, everything else is really nice.
Yeah, because we got 0, we got 1, which is it's bleeding, 2, which is medium rare.
I ain't gonna eat
3,
that.
which is like sub-medium rare cooked, right? Then you got black, which is 5, right? So he was like 0, like, you know. But
maybe that's how the wife likes it.
Yeah, you took the word out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I was to marry somebody like that, he would already know that I like my food well done.
He would have done it according to your taste, according to what you like.
We got some comments there in the live chat. Let's see what they're saying.
Okay, we've got let me scroll back up a little bit. Okay, we got Kathleen Reese saying Bundia. Catherine Reese saying I would be flabbergasted if I was handed a box of bones. Sarah from Luton said not putting rules in a relationship is like not putting brakes on the car. When a car is going too fast or like you are about to hit someone, the brakes can literally save your life.
Wow.
And Sarah from Luton saying when the rules that are there to safeguard your relationship, not to control it. Kathleen Rees from Frenzy Park.
Beautiful.
I believe that relationship needs rules and boundaries. If not anything can happen, then when something you don't like happen, your partner is not at fault. And same with Kathleen, she also says that because you never set any boundaries or made what your likes and dislikes clear to your partner.
Interesting. We did ask the question this morning, and we do have some comments here concerning our WhatsApp line question. We've got a comment here from Annabelle in Newcastle. Let's see what Annabelle has to say. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello. Buenos dias, the breakfast show. Hi guys, good morning. It's Annabelle from Newcastle. Just want to say hi before I start my shift. I hope everyone is okay. And by the way, just want to mention that Kat, your hair is really beautiful. I just want to say that. Okay guys, have a lovely day, and I will try to listen to the radio, and now I will send you another audio what I think about the question for today.
All right.
Bye.
Let's see it. Put it up. The question for today. Oh, sorry, Annabelle. All right, so the question from Annabelle, let's go.
And my answer is yes for the question of today. As long as it's in a healthy way. And it's like the word of God says that the man is the head of the house.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that, oh yeah, I'm the boss, you're gonna do whatever I say. No. It's not that way.
Everyone always does that
we know
voice.
that we ladies are there to support the head. But it doesn't mean that, oh yeah, I'm here just to be and do whatever he said. No, it needs to be in a healthy way, each one knowing their place. And if there is no rules, everyone gonna do whatever they want to, and there won't be any understanding. So I think definitely It needs to be like rules in a relationship. Otherwise, it's gonna be a chaos. Bye.
There's only one Annabelle. There's only one Annabelle.
I love the way she says bye.
Yeah. Hello. She's a legend. She's a breakfast legend. I mean, coming from a guy's perspective, rules, the importance of rules. You done 8 years.
I've done 8 years. Just saying it like it's a sentence.
No, you know what? That is like, you know, when you have a painting and it took 8 years to get that painting. So everybody's like, "Wow, that's a nice painting on the wall. Oh, that's a painting. That's a good painting." But it was 8 years
of fine tuning and
that's
exactly.
funny.
You're right, and I think she's right though, because you can't have anything without rules. There's rules everywhere. There's rules at work. There's rules in society.
Yeah.
You need rules for something to work. For there to be order, there has to be some kind of boundaries.
Yeah.
So I agree with what she said. I agree.
Okay, that's beautiful.
I fully agree with her.
Okay, well, I mean, that's from the dudes. I mean, I know that women could be slightly different. Michelle, your thoughts about, I mean, we got a comment there from Annabelle, and the idea of rules in relationship, dating, in a relationship, in a long-term relationship. Your thoughts?
If your rules are reasonable, so say if your rules are reasonable enough, and also it could be something it's like your preference. You feel uncomfortable, you don't feel uncomfortable with certain things, so you put that rule out. That's absolutely fine. But if you're doing it in a way to control the person, then it can be a problem. So it depends how you put the rules out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You telling me this, I feel like I'm not feeling it. Right? Because do you get what I'm saying? So for example, I get what you're saying, but it's in the eye of the beholder. Something that you might say from your culture, from your background, which is a rule, the other person might be saying,
that's
like,
a very good point.
You're trying to manipulate me or control me.
That's a very good point.
I think if you just explain to the person why you don't like it, that person may understand, that person doesn't feel comfortable with that rule because of that. So I have to respect that, because one day I, might have a rule that I have to put out there because I don't feel comfortable, so I have to pass on to my partner. So I think if the person just explains themselves better and communicate better, then it could work as well.
Okay, I'm coming to you. Okay, go on.
No, what I was going to say is it's very complex, even because I agree with her, but then again, there's layers to what she's saying, because culture plays a part.
That's right.
Upbringing plays a part. All of these things all play a massive part in the rules and the boundaries and these kind
what's
of things.
Acceptable, what's abuse,
what's not. Exactly.
What's care.
And if you're from a certain background, growing up, the rules, like maybe from a background we're from,
culture,
the rules might seem like, oh my gosh, how can you deal with that kind of thing?
And then another lady might say, oh, you're too weak.
Exactly.
Right? Because you're not, because of the culture that they're from.
You're not like my father.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
And these things make a massive difference.
We're treading, guys. We're treading. Deborah, I can see you got some mixed emotions there, and you're thinking like, okay, let's tread carefully.
Well, as I said before, really, I said it's communication. When you did touch on culture, because I know in some cultures, like the younger people are supposed to like curtsy or bow to the elders. Now, if you tell your partner to do that and your partner's not from the same culture, they might be like, what's this about? Like, who am I bowing to? But you have to explain. Once, like what Chanel was saying, if you explain why, out of respect, it's a custom, then I think that they'll be most likely.
So being able to communicate.
Yeah, but they'll do it. But then if you're just saying no, you have to bow now, you have to bow. Then they'll be like, no.
Because that can come from the culture as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you have to bow. You have to bow.
Yeah.
It's like, not my culture, but yeah. In some cultures,
indeed.
It's there.
So this is culture. This is upbringing at play. Italian. So if you're an Italian guy and you want this woman's daughter, you need to know already culture. Check this out.
Asking my Italian mother 5 things a guy should do when dating an Italian girl.
My whole house is under construction and you want me to video me?
I wanted to ask you a question. Tell me what are the 5 things a guy should do when bringing an Italian girl on a date?
5 things? There's probably 1,000 things, but I'll tell you 5. 1, a guy wants to date an Italian girl, he better never stand outside her house and beep the horn. Get out of your car and go to the house.
You agree with that, Chanel?
2, when you shake the father's hand,
this is
look him
important.
in the eye, and that grip better be tight. Because if you got some wimpy old handshake,
I agree with that.
you already are finished. 3, when the father tells you, have my daughter home on time, that's words for, he just threatened you. 4, be very cautious of that papa, but be more cautious about her mama. 5, when it comes time to paying the bill, I'm an old school gentleman. Pay the bill.
All right. We see culture at play. If those are your parents, she's already put that in her child. He might think, oh, you know what, let me just call her out, bib in the car. He's already done wrong. But if she starts coming with those rules, he won't understand, like, really, is it really that much of a big deal? Don't really have to grip your dad's hand like that, really? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there'll be problems in the relationship with the parents just simply because of those rules that are in place.
I agree. I mean, like I said,
you're from totally different cultures, right? You and your wife.
I am
Filipino.
She's Filipino.
She's not just Filipino.
No, she's Filipino, Jamaican, and Chinese.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then we got Ghanaian.
Straight Ghanaian. Kumasi boy. Straight Ghanaian. So that is that I can talk about that because that was a thing in our marriage in the beginning. You don't realize how African you are until you're actually in a situation where, because like everyone says, "Oh, Del, you're English," da 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 da. Like, but you don't realize how African your upbringing is until you're in a relationship with somebody who's not from that culture. So there's certain things I'm used to that I see you like I'm not used to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And in my head, it's alien. Like, what are you doing? Like, how do you communicate with your parents like that? Not in a disrespectful way, but it's almost so free. So, and it's like, there's
wow.
Do you know what I mean? Where I come from, there's a certain line that you don't overstep. So
it's funny, our children don't realise that line these days, do they?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Not
this
you know what it's like, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. I have a daughter myself, and there are going to be rules, you know, when she starts dating. Like, I'm not going to have a guy just beep and pick her up. That, to me, it's like, what? And even with me, like, I grew up in this country, but then I started to see how, because Jamaicans also have a similar rule as well about the handshake and the greeting and the be home on time and stuff like that. So they have a similar rule. But even though I grew up in this country, but then I also seen how Jamaican I am to the rules, especially when I think about when my daughter's going to date or what I expect from, you know, when I start dating. I expect the same manners as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, I do agree with those rules.
You see, so that's interesting, because here's another interesting thing, right, about relationship rules. You have those that your parents really had a big impression on you, right, in terms of aspects of your life. But supposing, like, my situation, my parents were split up, and because my mum was dealing with her own things, I kind of had to make things up with my friends. So I had those type of relationship rules. I had no relationship rules, so anything could go. Right? So in that case, imagine you find somebody like that, you know, you don't have the right education to tell you that rules should be in place, or you should have these balance, or there should be even, you know, dude, don't just bib the horn. You know, when you're dating a girl, no, go there, shake the man's hand like a, do you know what I mean? So we've got so many different dynamics that are happening nowadays. It's actually quite crazy.
Yeah, I think there has to be some level of compromise, because if you're, for example, 25 years old, just throwing out a number, and you're starting to date somebody that's similar age, maybe a few years older, you've got 20 plus years of a certain way.
Yeah.
They've got 20 plus years of a certain way. So it's not just going to change because I've explained, oh, in my culture we do this, we do that. It's not going to change like that. Listen, I'll tell you the truth, yeah. We all say the right things when we're beginning to date someone, we get to know someone. We all say, I've said it before, we all say we all say the right things. Sooner or later, the mask you don't even take off, start to fall off. Do you know what I mean? Because you got to be realistic with yourself. Things don't change overnight. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Certain rules are put in place, and you're not used to that upbringing or that kind of culture. It's not going to change overnight. You've got to be realistic, and you've got to be prepared to say to yourself, you know what? Do I want to stick this out with a person who doesn't agree with my way of seeing things? You've got to make that decision fairly early, because if you leave it too long, trying to compromise and it's tough.
I know that situation, trust me. Trust. Listen, man,
It's
our
not
generation,
easy.
we didn't get love therapy like we got nowadays. Trust me. So it's a lot of work. So guys, we're gonna go into it. Thank you. We got some comments there in the live chat. So we got my old school friend from Gabby. Underneath that we got Janet. What's Janet saying?
Janet, I think I've read that one already.
Yeah, but you need to ask yourself sometimes whether the rule is reasonable, or whether the role is one you idiosyncrasies, and that if you change, you'll be a better for it. Okay, that's true.
Got it.
And you got the one Sarah saying that's so
true. I don't know about the other culture, but Italian people don't play.
They don't play. All right, guys. So look, we're going to go into it. We're going to go into elements of last week's Love Talk, but I wanted to show you just a few mentions. We had some weddings here. We had in Zambia. My bro, Michael in Zambia got married on the 26th. Last week, Saturday. It was last week, Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Last week, Saturday. There's our guy. Look how charming he is. With that woman there. Look at him. He got him. He called himself a goddess woman. Look over there in Zambia. I think she's from Gravesend. She's from Gravesend. Over there, he cast his nets and he pulled her all the way to Zambia. Look at it. I would smile like that too if I could. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Handsome.
Beautiful dress as well.
Yeah, isn't it?
Well.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, you can imagine you have a wedding, you have a swimming pool on the side. Look at that. Only
There's
Zambia,
something
man.
good in that picture. I'm sure everyone's noticed, but I think it's a good eye opener for some ladies.
Yes,
Yes, indeed.
Yes, that's interesting as well. You know what? Because I always see pictures of Mike. I didn't know she's taller than he is, which is interesting. So usually they say that men that are not as tall as the women they have bigger confidence.
Yeah. I've heard women say it's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
A man cannot be shorter.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
That's beautiful. So not only did he reel her in from the UK Gravesend. Yeah. She was like, yep, I could see the man of God. Yeah, this is lovely. This is beautiful. So how many women miss their blessing because they put all these other things in the way?
They put all these pointless obstacles in their way, and they've missed the train.
Well, you know what? Michael's going to be sharing with us his story. Obviously, they're on honeymoon period. It's like they got layers upon layers of honeymoon. Literally, my friend, if you were in faith and you've been waiting, you could have milked that honeymoon period. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? They're going on a safari today with their family. So I'm just saying, Mike, well done. And guess what? Deji from Peckham was there at the wedding as well. Deji is from Peckham branch. So look, we had them all down there. It was absolutely amazing. What a beautiful day. And Mike, good catch, brother. That is it. Good catch. That is it. And this woman is truly a blessing. Wonderful. Then we had a wedding that's going to take place this afternoon with the one and only, the dynamic duo, Shane and Sabrina. All right, these two actually chop the top and bottom because we don't need that top and bottom bit. Yep. So we got Shane and Sabrina who are going to be getting married. I'm going to be emceeing their wedding this afternoon, as we said. All right, and they come onto the show with us, and today's going to be their day, and they're going to get blessed in the Love Therapy tonight at 7 p.m. So definitely everybody's welcome to join us in the Love Therapy at 7 p.m. It's going to be nice.
Yep, it's going to be lovely.
You're going to be at the reception, yeah?
Lovely,
I'm going to be there. Not the reception, but the blessing.
The blessing.
I'll be there without fail, definitely.
Beautiful.
I might come for that.
Yeah, it'd be great, man. We know with them from years, Sabrina from ages, isn't it?
Like been in 2008.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's been a long journey. So that's going to be great. All right, guys. So anyway, let's get into it now. What helped them to get to this stage? What helped Mike and his wife Sabrina and Shane to get to this point? Messages from the Love Therapy to help them to get a good start off. All right. And talking about getting a good start off, we're going to be hearing from Bishop right now as we go into our first element of the day. All right. I'm really excited about this and rules in relationship. Let's see what Bishop has to say. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that show and you actually captured that breakfast show vim. We laugh, we joke, we learn, and we equip ourselves for day-to-day life. If you want to see more, guess what? We're actually live with a live chat and a live video feed Monday to Fridays on libertyradio.co.uk from 8 a.m. in the morning. So don't miss a breakfast show beat. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and definitely connect online. And I'd like to see you there on the show. Type your name in, communicate on the morning. If you didn't already, we're also on Instagram. Check us out on Official Liberty Radio on Instagram. There's so much happening on that platform. Definitely go check it out. And I'd love to see you there. All right, have a good one.